affecting that transition.
Something your mind can feel, a broadcast machine, 24/7 days a week, a social media stream. We are not corporate, we're indie to the core, free to do our own thing. We are who we are, and we are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view.
Yeah. Signs out about the heat. What's happening? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mario's Magic Mixtape. Tonight is a momentous occasion because we're doing a bunch of things here, sort of impromptu and part of the new beta experience, the new beta testing going on here at Pack Stereo TV. Vic and I have been very busy at expanding our broadcast. So let me tell you, our broadcast horizons. So let me tell you what I got going here. Theoretically, right now we're doing 5 different streams, including live to YouTube, live to Facebook, live to Twitch, live to Ustream, and all of our regulars, Vic.
Okay.
And it looks like you're doing your own social media thing, and I'm also, it looks like besides all of that going, I also have the live 360 version.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's cool. It's covering a lot of bases.
Covering a lot of bases, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's what we're doing. Mario's Magic Mixtape. Tonight we're celebrating my second CD, the CD produced by the Hemsley Foster Project, Irvin Foster and myself. Wonderful, wonderful CD, if I must say myself. It's the title of the CD. I got a picture of it here. I have a little bit frazzled, you guys. Forgive me, because there's so much stuff going on here. I'm so excited because it seems to be working.
That's funny.
I know it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It seems to be working. Okay, so here it is. And I have it up on here on CD Baby where all of our stuff is for sale, along with Amazon. But tonight, remember, you can get this music free. So I want you to go to the SoundCloud. I don't want you to buy this tonight. As much as I appreciate your intent, I want you to have it free. You can download it on SoundCloud, and I have the link, and I'll put the link in the chat room. But this at least gives you a visual representation of the CD Love Songs. And it's actually love songs with a question mark. And the question, some people caught that and some people didn't. But it's always been love songs with a question mark. And that has something to do with my own particular journeys. Well, actually, it seems to be a common theme. The struggles with love. So these love songs are not love songs in the traditional sense. These love songs are about love under duress, love in struggle, love with problems, the regular love that probably you are experienced, the love that we all experience. So it was an attempt, just like Believer was a spiritual CD. The first CD, Believer, was a spiritual CD where we were attempting really to get in touch with our spiritual sides. In love songs, we were more or less venting about our love lives. And that's the way it is. Here's the first song from the CD, which is entitled, You Love, You Leave. rhythm on that one too, baby. I remember we played that track.
How many bars?
Memory.
Keep on moving.
That segment, how long? How many bars would you say? 24? 16? Yeah.
And I'm stuck.
Yeah, that'll make up for it.
The Sight Sound Divided Heat you're listening to. You Love, You Leave. First song on the CD by the Hemsley Foster Project. Reverend Foster on keyboards, Robert Pace on bass and guitar. Terrence Robinson, drum programmer. Mixed right here. About my failure to commit. Woke up this morning, you slipped away. Wonder why you left me this time. Oh man. All about the journey to be a better person. Love songs with that question mark. Give it up to Tracy Minor Smith, Carter, Ben Johnson in the room, Mario Picasso. Putting links up for you to get this music free of charge as part of the Creative Commons movement. Thank you for joining us. A lot of these songs were really almost jam sessions.
Well, it turned into compositions, right?
Man, we would experiment, man. That song is 9 minutes long. And because we would experiment.
That's how they usually get developed.
That's Irvin soloing. Come on, Irvin. Come on now. Ooh, listen to Robert. Ooh, that bass. Ooh. Come on, brother. Hillsley Foster Project, CD number 2, You Love, You Leave. I wrote that with Irvin Foster. Edward Simpson on vocals, Robert Pace on bass and guitar, recorded right here in the studio. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Mario, for being there, Tracy and Ben. You know, this CD was really the second CD I did, and I'm not ashamed to admit I was still learning. It was very difficult in those days to learn how to mix. Whatever classes they had, they were moving so slow. I just went on and bought a mixer and started experimenting and learning. The learning materials that they have today didn't exist. And so there was a lot of experimentation. There was a lot of do-it-yourself. I guess that was good for us because this is what got us ready, right, Vic, for doing internet television. Yeah,
well, you had to get prepared no matter what. And there's trial and error. And you kind of was doing open source music. You were taking that philosophy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, everything was almost a barter, kind of. Yeah. The artists wanted to use my studio. I wanted them to play on the tracks. We became friends. Then we collaborated. And there it is. Hey, take a look at this album cover for Love Songs. What do you think that is? It's actually a flower that I zoomed in on. And people don't know what to make of it. But that's actually a flower. I zoomed in on deep, very close, and then back then I did everything, all the album covers. This was the early days, and so you can see it was much more difficult. The computers were different, everything was different. Even the graphics I had to go purchase, and I would put titles on top of the graphics. So I did the early album covers, and so that's why they don't look that good.
That's cool.
Hey, just like the mix. The mix represents me learning.
Right.
You know, and learning and attempting to go about this. Now, Vic, somewhere in this series, we're going to get to the CD.
Right.
That which you are.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
It has been Vic. We'll get to that. Even though Vic assisted and helped on so many of the other projects, we were a team. All right. So that was song number 1, You Love, You Leave. Song number 2 was Find a Way to Save Love.
Yeah.
420 friendly.
Find a way to save love.
I don't know what that is.
You've been by my side, you're thinking things. I'll be there for you. No, I'll never forget you, my friend. When you feel like I feel for you, find a way to save you. Do all that you have to do. Knowing deep in my heart it's real. Find a way to save. Gonna show you. Ooh, baby, with your love by my side, we'll find a way. I know we can work it out. Ooh, honey, I will always be there for you. When you feel like I feel for you, find a way to save. You know all that you have to do. Knowing deep in my heart it's real. Gonna show the love I feel, yeah. Ooh, baby, with your love by my side, we'll find a way. I know we can work it out. Ooh, honey, I will always be there for you, yeah. Find a way to save love.
out of the Hemsley Foster Project. CD number 2. Find a way to save love. That's Lorraine Mead on vocals. She's on Facebook. That's my girl. She still sings at church. Gifted spiritual woman. Thank you. That's Lorraine. She's still. You can reach out to her on Facebook. You let her know. You know, these recordings, these projects, really, Vic, never were perfection, and we knew it, right?
Right.
I mean, we essentially were learning how to do this. Back then, it was a big deal to even press. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
You couldn't even. You had to save up because for the longest time they didn't even do low runs of presses. You had to order like 5,000.
Right. Right.
One day they, because of the technology improving, the pressing went down to like 1,000, and then 500. And when the pressing went down to like that, we were able to press.
Right.
And the push was on to get the CDs done, and to press. But it was a different process then. Remember, Vic, halfway we were doing a lot of our recording to chromium dioxide cassette tapes.
True. Now you're talking about tapes. Now you know you're going
Cassette
way back.
tape. Then we finally DATs came out.
Right.
Digital audio tape.
Right.
And we started using the digital audio tape. So when these CDs were done, it actually came that out of frustration at how long we were taking to get things done.
Yeah.
And I sat there in that booth with a bunch of Post-it stuff.
Hey.
And assorted the DATs and the cassettes.
Everything we was learning.
That's right. And we went impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went impressed.
Yeah. No, we didn't come in with that musical exceptional talent. Everything, every aspect of it, we were learning as we go. We learned.
And that's important for people to know because the story was really that we were riding the wave of independence.
Right.
That allowed people like us to have home studios. You know, one of the people watching in the 3D is Ben Johnson. He has a home studio.
Right.
From the pictures, it looks meticulous, Ben.
Right.
And the kind of stuff that he and I use, people couldn't have, it didn't exist.
Right.
You know, then when it came into existence, it was extremely expensive. Not like it is today. And so today is so much a wonderful time. Well, the third song on the CD, Love Slipped Away Again. Okay, so that was the song that I wrote back in the very early days when Vic and I and Eddie Darrell Williams, who's out there on Facebook too, our good buddy, Cortez, the late great Cortez Douglas, we were kicking around. And everybody was writing their own stuff. So this is a song I wrote, words and music myself. How did you write the music, Mario? Well, I wrote the music by singing the song into a handheld cassette. I used to even do the bass lines. Remember, Vic?
Right. Everybody. Everybody.
Into a handheld cassette. Later on, when I got to Fellas, we had the musicians here, Irvin and Robert and Terrence Robinson. You know, they were here working with me. We were able to do a different thing. And so they helped me to redo these songs. Take a look, take a listen. The Love Slipped Away Again. Love songs. Question mark.
Right. Right.
Hey, Jody.
Bum-ba-dum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dee, bum-ba-dee. I see your car in the same old place. I think I see
That's why it's old school. That's old style. Paul Russo. Still my sax man. Go on, Paul. Obviously, my writing style changed.
Yeah. It's growth, man. That's what we call it.
This is like 92, 93.
Yeah, that's a lot of years, man. 26.
Yeah, I was 9 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing, we never knew how to end songs. We worked hard at the beginnings. In those days, songs would just fade at the end.
But they didn't know any different, man.
So I started playing some reverb on this. That's Lorraine. Go on, Lorraine. Showing you our growth and evolution. This is the early days. Hillsy Foster Project. 1990, I think we wrote it in 92.
That's all that matters.
Old school band. Paul Russo. Reach out to Paul on Facebook. Yeah. Love Slip. Old school.
I love it.
That's right. Marvin Smitty Smith just walked in.
360 view, right?
Oh, 360, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Worldwide, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm hanging with the fellas.
He's hanging with us today, man. Well, you know, we missed that female energy, though. What can I say?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, buddy.
All right, you guys. So tonight on Mario's Magic Mixtape, we are visiting the second CD that I did. Really, just to sort of demonstrate the growth and development, the willingness we were to get in the studio and sort of hunker down. I was trying my best to get musicians, you know, we had an 8-track. Like I said, we had 7 tracks and a sync track, and so it's it was you had to be conscious of what you were doing.
Right.
You had to be conscious.
You were grinding, man.
Yeah, you had
That's
to be.
right.
You were
But,
grinding.
it was one of those things.
So were you still on this second recording project? Were you still dealing with unnamed female vocalists?
Not on the second one.
Okay.
On the second project, we have Lorraine Mead, who's also out there. We said on Facebook, you guys, wonderful spiritual energy. And what's good about the relationship between Lorraine and I is that we developed that trust, and I got to really experiment with all the ideas I had in my mind as a lyricist, writing backgrounds and doing those things, because we would work those things out together, and then we would do the song.
Right.
So this next song, which is actually was the beginning of, well, I was in there, I was changing my writing style. I had taken some classes, I had attended some, and the whole thing was to get more personal in my writing. So this song was actually an experiment that I got into, where I would imagine myself as my lover and their issues with me. Remember, the title of the CD was Love Songs with a question mark. So this song is called Needing Not Wanting.
Uh-huh.
But it's not actually about, it's about someone who was kind of caught up with me.
Yeah.
She loves the song now.
Oh yeah, of course.
She loves the song, even though it does reflect her being a little bit caught up. Here we go again with Paul Russo on sax, Needing Not Wanting.
All that I've wanted seems I have found in you more than I've counted. All I could ask and more, knowing you flaunted, leaving me black and blue. My daydreams are haunted, dreaming of loving you every day. Tell myself I'm not to win you in every way. I fight not to let you go, baby, stay. Because my chips are down and I surrender. I'm just a prisoner of your love, needing not wanting. Hard not to think of you, needing the wrong thing. Wish I could let you go, needing not wanting. All I can get, I do, needing the wrong thing. Better to let you go. Better to let it go.
You lost that 360 to Facebook, y'all, but you can watch the regular broadcast. Beta testing tonight.
I think I'm gonna let you go.
Restarting the 360, this time to YouTube.
Okay. Cool.
Every day I tell myself I know I got to have your love, baby, stay. Because my chips are down and I surrender. I'm just a prisoner
So if the songs sound like we don't know how to end them, that's because we didn't know how to end them. We were learning, Smitty.
Yeah, right.
You know, I said it's almost like a live jam recording.
Right.
Straight to 8 sometimes, but this was MIDI in 8-track. Paul Russo live on that sax.
Yeah, right.
I always put some real musicians in there with that MIDI.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I didn't want it to sound like MIDI.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'd rather...
See, that's why I wish we had met, like when I came here in '95, man, because I could have dropped some live drum tracks on it.
And, you know,
I mean, even though the programming is nice, though, I can say the drum programming.
Oh, come on, that's the weakness out here first is the drum programming.
But I'm just saying, as far as drum programming goes, you know, it's nice.
Thank
You know,
I
I heard
appreciate
some real whack drum programming in my time.
Well, Terrence tries to really play drums, so he...
Yeah.
Thank you, Terrence. We just the sound, you know. We just didn't have the sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, Audrey, for inspiring this track. Thank you for making those late night drives. Bringing me some chicken,
Oh, hey.
among other things.
Hey. Watch out there now.
Thank you, babe. I get to experiment writing the background too, see. I was having a blast. Thank you, Lorraine. I thank my brother, Marvin Smitty Smith. 15 years on the Tonight Show as the drummer.
Hey,
And I get to feed him chicken.
that's right. I'm a cheap date. Show me the chicken, though. Of course, I gotta mix in the salad nowadays.
Here we get a salad and some chicken. We're about to get some salad chicken tonight.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you, Lorraine. Go on to correspond. Remember, Lorraine Mead, Robert Pace, who's on bass and guitar, Lorraine on vocals. They're on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can communicate with them. They're on there. I try to celebrate them and make sure I give them the homage
Yeah.
that they deserve.
Yeah, man. See, I don't know. See, man, these tracks sound nice. I don't understand why they weren't on like 94.7 The Wave or something. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny. We did on MP3, the former MP3.com, before they got bought out, we actually had a wave of success, over 400,000 downloads, which made us about $4,000, which helped with the probably $10,000 it cost me.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, it was still the fact that we had those 400,000 downloads. So we had some successes, and so we were feeling fulfilled. So, Smitty, my lyrical skill and style, they were changing. I was getting more personal with the songs, that needing, that wanting.
Right.
So now I was getting, you know, the CD was love songs. Irvin and I, Irvin was content to try to stay in the background, see, because he thought that I wasn't going to talk about his love issues.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, no, brother, you my partner.
That's right.
I'm bring some of your love
Well,
problems.
but like you said, the title had a question mark at the end, so it love songs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people didn't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the next couple songs actually had so much of Irvin in mind. They were about me and they were about Irvin, because I said, Irvin, you know, I ain't been married, and you've been married multiple times for the same damn reason.
Yeah, exactly. It all comes out the same. It
Comes
is,
out the
doesn't it?
same. Comes out the
It
same.
don't matter if you're single,
Man.
if you're married, or you're divorced. It's all the same, man. Trust me, I know.
Well, when I wrote this tune, Some No Love, because I was thinking about Irvin and I said, Irvin, you know, the issue is without any kind of change, you know, it may not rectify these situations. And I said, some no love. And there's reasons why.
Yeah.
Why love isn't coming? Wonder what else can you do after all those years of running? Funny how easy things can change. Wait one day and find you're needy. Funny how nothing stays the same, but you never felt so greedy. Life writes the rules. Sometimes it takes a fool to learn love, don't love nobody. Did you find that's true? If you reap what you sow, you know you got a long way to go. You'll be saved today if you just learn to change your ways. Some know love, some know love, some show love, some show love. If you wanna find love, learn to give love. Such a small price to pay. Find a better way. Find a better way. If you don't show love, some know love.
Autobiographical. What's happening out there? Go 20 friendly. These songs were kind of personal. That's why the lyrics were better, but they also made me smoke. Times change again. When do we begin?
Times change again. When do we begin? Begin to move a better way. Easier said than done. Now the time has come. There's nowhere to run. Time for you to have your day. Time to choose your way. Some know love. Some know love. Some show love. Some show love. If you wanna find love, you better learn to give. You better learn to give love. Such a small price to pay. Small price to pay. Find a better way. Find a better way. Don't show love. You're gonna wonder why some know love.
Yes, yeah. Prophesizing. I was trying to show love. I still am. Right, Smitty?
Hey, try to show love.
We ain't holding back on love.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we ain't holding back. But we sure is trying to be discerning of who we giving it to.
Right.
I done gave it to the wrong woman a couple times. I got to build a show for it too.
They say some no love.
If you don't show
Yeah, she took the good furniture.
Good Urban Foster on keyboards, all of them. Robert Page, bass, guitar, drum programming, Terrence Robinson. Little accents by Cortez. Some no love. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know what you're thinking. With a little bit of production, they could have. They might have went somewhere. Well, you know, the thing about songs is that songs can always be redone. As a songwriter, you know, especially when you look at certain conventions, you know, if you write a certain kind of way, they can be redone. That's why I try hard not to use very much slang.
Right.
In my lyrics. I wanted to be like Hal David, so the lyrics could be more timeless.
More timeless, yeah.
More timeless. So you have to watch.
And a universality with it.
Exactly. Like if you write a song, Hit Me With My Beeper, one day there ain't no beepers.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone knows what the hell you talking about.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. Ring my bell.
That could mean something else.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Well, continuing on this introspective journey that the second CD was, the CD entitled Love Songs, there was a song that I talked about. This was specifically about Irvin, even though I managed to tie some of my shit into it too. But, you know, Irvin's thing was like not talking. He's one of them.
Yeah, right.
One of them not talking people. Talking get you in trouble. And we used to talk about it. I said, yeah, so you did, the issue might be a lack of communication.
Right.
So who knows? But we would go back and forth, and that would affect the songwriting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this song I wrote with Irvin in mind. And I tied some of my shit in there too. But the song's entitled Simply Silence.
Oh, boy.
And then one of the key lines is, it hurts the things you say. With simply silence. Now I think before I speak. Now I look before I leap. And it hurts the things you say. Simply silence. Here we go. Yes, I had a hum in my system back then, but it
Hey,
didn't stop
march
me
on.
from pressing.
You march on.
March on.
Once again, we're all alone, simply staring at each other. At lost for words,
And yet there's so much to say. That mix is horrible.
And so it seems that words get in the way. And with nothing more to say, all is quiet.
Seems no matter how I try, I never show what I feel inside. It hurts you and you cry. This I know. Words seem only to get in the way. Lost searching for the ones to say. All I feel is real. You don't know. I turn and then you ask again. So my thoughts return to when I thought I knew. You did too. We were so wrong. So you ask me how I feel. Now's the time for being real. But words are few. I look at you in silence. Now I look before I leave. Now I think before I speak. It hurts the things you say with simply silence. Words get only in the way, searching for the things to say. I hurt you with simply silence.
Go on, Eddie.
Look deep inside. My eyes can tell no lies. It should come as no surprise. The things you see. If you just trust what you feel, I'm certain you know what is real. Trust your heart and feel. Ooh, the words.
my brother who learned the lesson, huh?
Words get only in the way, searching for
That's for you, Irvin.
the things to say. I hurt you with simply silence, simply silence, simply silence. Simply silent, simply silent. I'll never do you wrong. Simply silent. My love for you will always be strong. Simply silent. I love you so much, baby. Simply silent. Please, please, stay in my life. Simply silent.
That's exactly where he's going.
That's how you sound about it. Simply silence. Yeah, y'all. Autobiographical. Think before I speak. You've been listening to Mario's Magic Mixtape, where this whole show has been about the Hemsley Foster Project CD number 2. The second, we did 9 CDs here, you guys. 9 CDs, but we were an indie label. And they're all out there right now on iTunes. You can go, including the one that I did with Richard Dito, the legendary Richard Dito of the Watts Prophets, one of the original rappers. You can go and see that, get that. It's available today. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Remember, I put the links up there. You can get most of these songs on SoundCloud for free. But if you want to buy it, I put the links up there to CD Baby too. On the way out, I'm going to show you a video as an inspiration for what I always say people should be doing in their living room. This song is actually from last week's show. The song is Maybe the Day, and I always tell people it is my favorite of all the songs that I've written. But there's an instrumental version that was done in my living room. Irvin was there. Robert Pace was in town, and John Pace, no relation, came over to do drums. We set up some stuff in the living room, and I set up some stationary cams and a switcher, but I ran around switching and adjusting the cams. So my boys jammed in the living room, and I worked the switcher. And so here you go with Maybe Today. So I want to thank you all again for tuning in to Mario's Magic Mixtape. And on the way out, here's this wonderful rendition, live from my living room. Irvin Foster, Robert Pace on bass, John Pace on drums. Maybe Today. Thank you all for tuning in. Nice sound the body heat. That's Irvin Foster, my partner in crime. Thank you, Irvin. Robert Pace on bass and guitar on almost everything I've done. Just missing Paul Russo. John Pace sitting in on that session. Thank you, John. Thanks, everybody.
Been a good one.
I want to thank you all. It's been a wonderful night indeed. A special night. Mario's Magic Mixtape, where I've been bringing you the second CD in the 9 CD series that was Pack Stereo's independent music label, the label that we actually had over 400,000 downloads, and I had a song that sat on the acid jazz charts at #2 for 6 months. And actually, we'll be bringing that to you next week on Mario's Magic Mixtape. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank my good buddy Marvin. Thank you, Marvin.
Yeah. Thank you, big bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in. My partner in crime, Victor Allen.
What's up, y'all?
Being on that, Alexa, begin playlist broadcast transition. See you later, folks. It's artificially intelligent. Alexa,
I think it had a contact high.
begin playlist broadcast transition.
I'm enjoying it, man.
What's the announcement?
I see, I got it.
She high, man.
Alexa, begin playlist broadcast transition.
Right. Somebody said Marvin, top drummer. You.
Announcing.
Alexa, begin playlist broadcast transition.
Okay, watch this.
Your playlist. Broadcast transition.
Jeez.
Hey, man, she got contact, man.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Twitch. Bye, Twitter. Bye, Twitter. Bye, you.